so much for stopping by today. Now, y'all, we got a little problem that we need to work on. And what I will tell you is this doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So y'all, we have a fungus gnat issue in the seed starting area, and it irritates me because they like to fly around in my face and just irritate the heck out of me. But fungus gnats are small, dark colored flies. They're typically found indoor around like house plants, but they're common in environments where high humidity and moist soil conditions exist. Now, fungus gnats thrive in moist, rich soils, which are often used for seed starting, which is what we're doing. So when you water your seedlings frequently to maintain like a moist soil, it sometimes create a breeding ground for the gnats, which it has done. So fungus gnats, they do have a lifestyle, and the adults over here laying eggs, making the issue worse and increasing the population of the fungus gnats. So here's the shortened version of what's going on in this seed starting area. So the adult gnats, they're gonna lay the eggs in the soil, the eggs are gonna hatch, the larvae are gonna feed on the organic matter and the plant roots in the soil, which can damage the roots, and that's where the problem becomes, because we want to establish good roots while we're starting seeds inside. So I've tried a few things to try to catch them early, but it seems like they are not getting the picture. So let me show you what I'm about to use on them today, because the problem's finna get ready to stop. So make sure, again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, to go ahead, hit the subscribe button, because oftentimes we will do a live and I'll give you all little sneak peeks. And this is one of the sneak peeks that I gave out. So this is what we're going to use. This is called Natrol WDG. I call it Natrol, but anyway, this is what we're using. Now, they do sell it in all sizes, and I got it from thegardenersworkshop.com because she has the smaller size, and a little bit goes a long way. And I was looking online, like if you get the big one, it is expensive. And I thought that that was more like on a commercial type seed starting thing. So I just was like, let's start with this, because as you can see that all you need is like 1/4 to 1 1/2 teaspoons per gallon of water, just depending on the type of infestation. Like if you have a light one, you probably would go with the fourth a teaspoon. And if it's a little bit heavier, you would go with the 1 and the 1/2 teaspoon. And I would say that we're right maybe in between, and I'll show you why. So this will kill the larva. So you still will need like the sticky tapes for the adults. And I always use the sticky tapes when I'm seed starting, but I'll show you, it may gross some people out, but this is how I knew I had a problem. So this is, you know, as we first got started, I was like, yeah, we got a problem. Then I start doing a couple of some of the remedies that I've done before and using that, but I still think I need to use this. So what I did is I also have a second one, and this is where we're at right now. Which I think is good, but we're going to use this. We're going to use that Natrol, and all I'm going to do is, now y'all know I like to bottom water, but for these right here, I'm going to put it on the top, because if we have any adults that have laid, you know, like the larva, we want to put it on top. We don't want to, they can't get it from the bottom, you get it from the top. And so another thing I'm going to do is also for the persimmon, I noticed that, and I've been letting this dry out almost completely, but I noticed that when I move my hand, I would see like maybe 2 to 4 just kind of fly out of the soil. I'm shaking it to see if I'll see any, but I'm going to also put some on here as well. So we're just going to just like we're watering, we are just going to water the top of the soil with this after we mix it. And then you see, use every 5 to 7 days. And I always say, sometimes it's not a one and done. Sometimes you have to wait and see if the population decreases. So you may have to come in with a second or a third application in order to get them up under control, because remember, we do not want these fungus gnats feeding on the roots of our plants that we've worked so hard for and we're getting ready for in the garden. So here's a few tips to prevent and control them. Use well-draining soil and avoid overwatering to reduce the moisture that attract these gnats. Keep an eye on the moisture level of your soil and allow it to dry out between waterings. So I've also heard that covering the soil with a layer of sand can help. Now, I personally haven't tried it, but if you've used this method, put it down in the comments. Let us know if it works, because that can be something that we can all try. Now, I do use the yellow sticky tapes whenever I'm seed starting, and we always use them when we're seed starting, because what they'll do is they'll get stuck on there and they can't get off, which is very helpful. But everything is going to be okay, y'all. But again, they're just a nuisance. And I just hate coming down here doing this. And I got to do a better job of not overwatering, because sometimes I do, especially when I soil block. So as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead, tap the subscribe button. Make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and until the next video, bye-bye.